It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
And now you're
Super.
live on the F-22 Hunter channel on YouTube, a completely different site that's not optimized for streaming, but they did it anyway.
Good afternoon, everyone, or rather, good morning, of course, to you guys over there across the big pond.
Yeah.
Right, what would you like to do today?
Well, I have a bunch of new planes. I have
Ooh,
I have a lot of new planes. My newest acquisition is the ME-262 HG2. Took it up a couple
which I see
times.
before me.
Took it up a couple times last night. Lost every game. Uh, this thing feels stiffer than the ME-262 at Tier 8, which I was given the impression that the heavy fighter line for Germany alternates between stiff, somewhat flexible, over and over again, but I don't know if it's just because I have the basic airframe and don't have enough free XP to skip to the new one, or what's the case, but
Yeah, it might be worth a look at that, just hovering over to see what the characteristics are. I'm sure there is probably a little bit more maneuverability in the later airframe, I guess it is, rather than
actually
frames.
the airframe gives me +1 airspeed and +1 survivability, so
Okay, so no. Okay, it's different. I'm not really in a position to comment. They're amongst my least favorite planes in the game.
mm. I
They're
also
planes I would
while we've
after
been
you.
away, I got myself an XF90. I don't remember if I've been on stream with this yet. Uh,
Not with me, so I'm looking forward to seeing that too.
I also have an F94, and
Excellent.
I rebought the F6U because I used to have it, but sold it because I didn't like it. But there's been a discussion about this plane recently in the Discord. I'm like, well, I never did buy any upgrades for this, so why not?
It's worth having.
Why not give it another try? Let's see. I don't have
It's nothing.
any new tier 8s. The Italian light fighter came on sale, so I got that and I made it British because I need a British trainer.
Splendid.
And I finished the bomber grind.
Splendid. So you have the Betty in the hangar as well. So you've got a lot of new planes.
Mm-hmm. Although I did notice something about this plane that's been bugging me. It's
Go
not
on.
centered.
It isn't.
It's not centered on the line of the tarmac.
Oh, that's not going to irritate you, is it?
It does irritate me slightly.
I'm just going to break off here for a second. Good afternoon, Tilo. How are you? And good evening, Grant. Do convey my regards to your mother as well. Thank you for popping in, both of you. Lovely to have you along.
Morning, Grant. Welcome
Right.
to the chat.
So Grant is in Queensland in Australia. So it's just gone 9:30 in the evening there.
Oh, so it is evening for you. Okay, evening to you, Grant.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, right. Well, I'm going to leave it to you to decide what you want to fly first.
Oh, I'm not done with planes, by the way. I got a boomerang out of the weekly crate.
Oh my goodness. Goodness
I
gracious me.
got a from the event crates, from the 2 steel crates. I got the glass house attack craft, or the greenhouse one, and I got the Model 81A, which you already knew about that because I was messaging you about the Model 81A.
Yeah, the one with the powerful autocannon armament.
Oh yeah, no, most powerful guns you'll ever see. Model 81A1.
Absolutely. Unless you happen to be flying a Key 43 1C.
But yeah, I've got a lot of aircraft, but I committed a sin last stream. I put the Italian fighter in the thumbnail, but I didn't fly it. So I got to make up for that.
Absolutely. Okay. And good afternoon, Bifty Benno as well. Of course, get upset as I know you. Obviously, I've just prodded you on the NA server because I spotted you flying. Okay, so that's a lot of aircraft. In my case, I have done very little, except I have managed to research the Tier 10 MEP 1101, and I could just buy it, but I wouldn't be able to mount any equipment on it. So I'm going to hold that in reserve, and we'll either have it next week or maybe towards the end of the stream. Shall we fly?
Sure, let's go.
Excellent.
I've been really enjoying the RE 2005.
Good.
I
I think it's a flexible plane. I've got two of them, of course.
I absolutely
And
despise that I missed my chance to grind it for free.
It's one of those things. It happens to all of us. I had to buy the Horton way back in the day because I missed the grind for that.
Oh, I had to buy the Horton over like back in June, because when that came around, I wasn't able to play the game.
Yeah, as you've mentioned before. Who's the do's, Randolph? Good to have you along this afternoon as well. Bono, good afternoon to you too. So, for those of you who are just arriving, as it says down here, I'm flying with F-22 Hunter. I'm on the NA server, and that's my regular Sunday thing. Flying with a friend on the NA server and gradually getting the Tech Tree aircraft.
Yep. Essentially, it's like a soft restart.
It's reminding me of things that I've forgotten, and that's a good thing. Like, my God, flying these things stock isn't very nice, is it? Did you see the conversations I had with Ray in the World of Warplanes Discord yesterday?
Y'all do
Or
that
rather-
y'all will do that when I'm asleep. So no, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, boy, can that bloke talk, but every word is gold.
Yeah, it's either fortunate or unfortunate that while I was grinding the Betty, I kept running into him.
Yeah, I would say that was unfortunate.
I don't think I've won a single match against him yet.
Just trying to think how we're going to try and do this. You've seen the flight that's against us.
Ooh.
Oh, and Marcellus as well is against us as well. Fantastic. Marcellus is from the EU server and is a very good player.
Yes, I know. I've flown with Marcellus.
Good.
And it's like,
Well,
first
apart
thing
from
in
that,
the morning. Really?
there aren't any problems here.
V29? First thing in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard an argument from a Russian pair who used to do the similar sort of thing, and their argument was that they were ruining the game for as few people as possible, which has a kind of logic, I suppose.
I guess.
I have noticed on the NA server in particular that B-29s are far too popular a choice. Wow, that was rough shooting. Let's get out of here. Now we'll come back. The P-61's over here, so I'm not sure I'll be able to take this. We shall soon find out.
Oh yeah, Grant. The Boomerang wasn't really a great plane, historically. But in the game, it's alright. Also, I found the V29. I also found Marcellus. And I'd much rather fight a yak.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. I'm doing what I can against the P-61. He actually tried running from me initially, but he's now decided he's going to turn fight, so I'm trying to shoot out an engine and not succeeding.
Well, yep, I should have anticipated that if I didn't have the element of surprise, which I didn't, he was gonna turn on me. Unfortunate.
P-61 managed to destroy the outside of his optimum range.
Oh, and he went down.
Okay, I've got a fair chance of being able to deal with the P-61. It doesn't appear to be an expert flyer, but obviously it's a P-61, so it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
The B-29, well, unless he's heavily damaged, I don't see me being able to take that out. Yeah, I've taken the command centre. I was a bit unlucky against that P-61. He didn't handle it very well, but it's just too much of a plane for me to handle in a civilian.
It's, the Zwilling is rather fragile in a way, so...
It is.
It hits hard, but at the same time, the P-61 hits a very similar amount of punchy and has more health overall.
Well, I've assisted in his destruction over here.
Great. I'm gonna try and make some progress on this command center.
Good luck.
there seem to be a lot of airplanes over here at this moment in time, so... Oh, of course, in the middle of this furball, there's Marcellus.
Wait, just waiting for you saying, "Oh, hi."
And because it's a yak, I'm outturned immediately. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go and try and take the airfield to prevent them from having a convenient spawn point.
I'm gonna.
Oh, shoot,
I guess I'm
what's
gonna.
that?
I guess I'm gonna respawn at our airfield and try to play a little defense because.
Yeah, try that.
Because
Oh, I found the B-29. Go away, fly away. Yeah, he's trying to gunship me.
oh, that's the worst.
Well, if you'd read the World of Warplanes Discord, there was another discussion about bombers, which I didn't really take part in, but I did just mention that I thought that people who flew in heavy bomber flights, a lot, spammed them, not occasionally, were pretty lame. I mean, it is only a video game, but, you know, it's a bit of a lame thing to do, in my opinion.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, I mean, I think this applies more on the NA server than it does for, like, EU and stuff, but if you're gonna do it, doing it in the mornings, like, you know, at least it's mostly against bots, so you're not actively ruining other people's day.
Yeah, I mean, you could say there's a degree of consideration there.
It still sucks that you're doing it, but, you know.
I wouldn't go quite as far as that. I mean, people are entitled to do what they please.
I mean, yeah.
But I would say, to me, personally, I think it's just a bit lame rigging a video game. I mean, what's the point?
I don't see how people find it fun, personally.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean,
Clearly people do, otherwise it wouldn't happen. But,
well, there are people who are fixated on their win rate and don't think in some way it's important or it says something about them. Personally, I don't think it says anything at all, but there you go, that's me.
well, you also gotta keep in mind that, Hall of Fame counts Period 1 stuff, too, and...
That's right.
If you even relatively know what you're doing, it's easy to roll through Period 1, especially in, like, a heavy fighter or something.
I mean, I've said it before, and I'm not sure whether you've heard me say it or whether you've seen me write it, but I would be quite happy if they actually hid the Hall of Flame.
So, I'm working on a video now that's actually talking about Period 1 and primarily focusing on the premiums, but seal clubbing in Period 1 it did just come up in the conversation between me and Corvus. And in my opinion, Hall of Fame stats should not be counted in Period 1. You can make an argument for Tier 4, but anything below that shouldn't count. And the entire reason for my opinion is because, you know, Tiers 1 through 3 are supposed to be for new players.
Yep.
And overpowered premiums like the XP-31 and Steel Clubbers that are flying in those tiers to boost their win rate ruin the game for those new players. In theory.
This is a very familiar argument, which I've heard over the years, and I agree with it. But I do go a little bit further and say I would actually just get rid of the Hall of Fame entirely.
Well, there's no reason to do that necessarily. Everyone likes to have stakes.
Actually, I don't. I got rid of the P61 incidentally after the school line, not that it helped us a lot.
Yeah, no, I think they had 3 sectors pretty much consistently. And...
well, with the B29 P61 against Tier 7s, if they hadn't have won that game, that would have been embarrassing. So Bippy Beno, for instance, has said Hall of Fame equals medals for the lane. That's a fairly typical attitude that I've encountered.
Yeah. Personally, I actually really enjoyed the ratings missions that were going on back in like April. Like,
yes,
that was
something a bit different.
That was a fairly competitive environment, and you know, I knew there was a Hall of Fame. I didn't really care about the Hall of Fame. I still don't. But the,
That's why you're pausing there. Hi, Gilzak. Good to have you along as well.
I'm just trying to think of how to phrase this, right?
Pick a plane whilst you're phrasing it.
How about I take up the new bomber? I am not a good bomber pilot. I will caveat this right now. I am not a good bomber pilot.
You don't need to caveat anything for me. I'm not expecting anything, and far be it from me to assert that I know how to play bombers.
Yeah, well, there's certain individuals that I think you're familiar with that would say otherwise.
I don't respect their opinions. Leaks, also good to have you along. I've got a lot of very nice people who've joined the chat this afternoon. Thank you so much for that. So after, pretty much what you were saying.
After this, you pick the plane.
Okay. So Bippity Benno is pretty much on the same page as you. Win rates in the Hall of Fame, as with any statistic, can be and are heavily manipulated, which is pretty much the same thing as you just said about flying your Shikass and your what is it, the XP-31. American one, XP-31, over and over and over again, looking to Seal Club. Did I not press the battle button? Do nudge me if I failed to do that.
I think seal clubbing might be more of a problem on the NA server just due to the lower population in general. I feel like
highly likely, because you're likely to run into the same player over and over again, aren't you?
Yeah. And obviously there's always going to be a meta combination of planes, which I think is what the EU server experiences more. But we experienced that too in Period 3 here on the NA. Just not as badly. There's a chance that you'll get like a flight of fighters on the other side.
Okay, good night, Bippity. Sleep well.
But I'm not going to talk too much more about Period 1 premiums and stuff like that because I'm literally editing a video where I go into immense detail.
Keep it back and we'll all come and watch it.
Yeah, I'm literally working on a video where Corvus and I go in depth in that conversation.
Do give my regards to Corvus when you speak to him. Obviously, I do see him in the Discord. Randolph, I think you should be able to see your statistics. What I think is that you shouldn't be able to see other people's statistics and they shouldn't be able to see yours. So you can see if you've improved, which is great, but nobody can try and have a futile and foolish race to the top in their XP EF-131 stroke XF-90 bomber flight spamming combinations and so on and so on.
I should have seen this coming.
Oh, what have we got?
The same flight.
Same flights?
In the same planes.
Okay, I think we're probably going to have to get into tier 9s then and give them a hard time. Because they're clearly just going to keep playing at this tier and ruining the game for everybody.
I should have seen that coming. I don't know why I didn't think, hey, maybe they're going to keep flying this. Maybe I should drop tier, or maybe we should go up.
Or wait 90 seconds until they're in another battle.
Yeah. Although we talked for so long, that should have been it.
I must admit, I am a little surprised, but then again, that might be down to lack of population.
Like I said a moment ago, folks, don't expect much from me in regards to bomber gameplay. I try, not great at it.
Well, I do at least expect you to outplay the B-29.
Oh yes, of course, of course. I'm totally fast enough to outrun and outcap a B-29.
You say that as if there's some doubt about it.
Oh, there clearly isn't. Clearly. He says, while every piece of equipment is a tank build. That was a very controversial opinion, by the way.
Which opinion was that? I have many.
The tank build. The tank build G4M2 was a very controversial opinion.
I don't think it's that controversial. I don't think it's the only build. I mean, I'm now trying a combined build where I do have a bit of solidity, and but I've improved the speed. This P61 shot out my pilot very first shot, and of course this is one plane where I don't have a first aid kit. Yeah, we are either going to have to get into tier 9s or give these guys 90 seconds, because otherwise we're just going to be fighting them all the time, and that's going to be extremely boring for everyone. And now you begin to see why I occasionally pop into the chat that bomber flights with overpowered bombers should be banned, so that people can't do exactly what they're doing right now.
Ah, I died. Well, I was making good progress, and then I got shot down.
B-29 is going into the middle to stop me from taking it. And probably to protect his P-61, which he knows I just beat up very badly.
Well, you're in a KI, so you can easily outturn the.
Oh yeah, had it not been for the fact that the very first shot from his turret took out my pilot, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the very first shot took out my turret. Sorry, took out my pilot.
Yeah, you don't have a turret. He does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people know that I don't have a turret.
The enemy has control of all key
Yeah. That was bound to happen.
like that.
409 miles per hour. This is about as fast as this plane can go. Let's go.
Yeah, I retain some skepticism that a full speed build's the way to go though, because you're just too fragile.
Flip the
Now,
sector.
it might be better on this server. I don't think it's going to get you very far on the EU server.
That's a 109C. Is he looking at me? He is now, because my turret locked on him. Ah, of course. Oh yeah, he's looking at me now.
You want your booty.
I recently bound pitch up, and whenever I do that, the plane tries to turn, tries to drift to the right or left. So
Yeah, you need to try and keep your plane as straight as possible if you don't want to do that. Otherwise, roll with it and use it as an advantage.
So I'm wondering, is it trying to do that because I have automatic leveling on?
That might be part of it, but if you have a trace of side in your this bloody B-29 is deliberately trying to fly through and shoot me.
Sometimes they do that on the NA server.
It's just a pain in the back. This pestilential aircraft, that B-29C, shouldn't be able to do that kind of thing. If you've got any degree of turn or roll,
Like any directional input at all, it will do a kickflip kind of thing on you.
yeah, so that's what I find. Now, whether it's to do with the fact you've got auto leveling on, yeah, the P-61's just come across and hammered me.
Alright, I flipped another garrison. Not that it matters, they have a huge lead.
I'm not even going to get back into the game to do anything.
You'll soon be cut off from support. I say again, support will not be available.
But it is a wretched situation when this kind of thing is allowed to happen. Just a pair of people doing what they're allowed to do. Absolutely trashing the game for everybody. Here goes the B-29C again, trying to shoot me down with his guns. I've killed him, but it's all too late. And I didn't get onto the P-61, who I was going to shoot down next. Right, okay, so let's leave that 90 seconds and see if we can get into a different game, no matter what planes. Gonna have to. This is the silliness of it now. I now have to get a timer up, so I know.
Or we can just drop to, like, tier 5, 6.
It's up to you. I don't mind.
I mean, I did give you the choice, so...
We'll do both. I'm going to go up to tier 9, but we'll also wait 90 seconds because I really don't want to keep on fighting that flight.
I agree. And the
just
thing about the
keeps-
matchmaker is it's going to keep putting us against that flight because we are in a flight.
Absolutely.
I'm a big supporter of flights in general, but I can see that flights break the matchmaker, especially on NA. The matchmaker has no idea how to properly balance a flight, and it has no idea how to properly balance specialized planes.
You're right about specialized planes. They're not included in the algorithm, and they never were.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, because they didn't always exist.
Correct. They came out after the latest iteration of the algorithm. So the specialized planes, no account is taken of those. So you can get those situations where all of the specialized planes end up on one team and absolutely wipe the floor with the enemy team. They've also never allowed for the fact that many of the high tier bombers, starting with the B-29C, are overpowered and therefore in a flight are even more overpowered.
Well, it's not just the bombers in the flight, though. If you go to a lower tier, you could get a flight of 2 heavy fighters, a flight of 2 light fighters, and the matchmaker won't really know how to balance that. It'll either put a flight of tier 6 heavy fighters against a flight of tier 5 light fighters, or it will put 2 top tier planes in a flight against 3 lower tier planes on the other team. Like, I like flights. I'm not as much of an advocate for limiting them as a lot of other people are.
We can press battle, by the way.
All right. But
I mean,
that doesn't mean...
in general, your remarks about flights are accurate. They are.
They might be better on the EU server, just due to high population.
You still get the situation quite often where you get a high tier flight versus a low tier flight. I don't think it's as bad as it is on the NA server, though, because if you pull the trick of waiting 90 seconds, you can normally avoid that flight for the next battle.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a couple of comments in chat here. Grant, I see what you say, and I know you've told me that before, that you'll use, without shooting down human players, you'll use the tier 2 planes to get through your dailies. I understand that. Randolph is suggesting I get into a Junkers 287 and fly over the B-29 and bomb it. I haven't got the Junkers 287, unfortunately. I love the idea. Good afternoon, good morning to you, Bonaventure. You've started an account on the NA server. You're at tier 3 and you're on the HF line. Excellent. Well, good luck. By all means, come along, ask questions.
Oh, that is the
or
worst
join
tier
the
in the
World
game.
of
I feel
Warplanes.
so sorry for you.
Tier 3.
Tier 3 is the worst tier in the game, hands down.
He doesn't know that yet. You didn't need to tell him.
I'm a realist.
It's fine. You'll have plenty of fun down there, especially on the NA server.
If I could make any recommendation for tier 3, if you like heavy fighters, and if you can learn how to fly them, get the Focke-Wulf 57. That plane is overpowered at tier 3.
You speak truth.
I don't like the way the plane flies, so I don't really use it. But for all of the data suggests that it is the strongest aircraft at tier 3, and it's tech tree.
Yep, Focke-Wulf 57. Absolutely right. Okay, let's have a think about how you want to do this.
You are entering the combat zone. Get ready
I'll go garrison. You go military base. Meet up at the air base.
Okay, so we're fighting bots. So
Yeah.
in theory, we want to try and extend this as long as possible.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember, Grant, the split tier flights. They were dreadful for rigging the game, so that a good player could always be top tier. I'm not sure whether you knew that, F-22 Hunter.
I remember encountering one of those back in, like... Well, that was 1.x, yeah?
No, that was in 2 as well, early on.
Okay,
so
I didn't see that one.
A favourite way of rigging the game was to go into a split tier flight. So you'd have somebody in a tier, let's say a tier 4, and somebody in a tier 5. The tier 5 was thereby all guaranteed to be able to get into a tier 5.
I could see. I know exactly why that's valuable.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So of course they'd get into some sort of meta aircraft, and they just keep on winning. It would be like having a tier 7 and a tier 8, and the guys flying a P-61 or something like that. And there were some people who really, really moaned about it when that was taken away.
Well, there's people that would really, really, really moan about it if bombers ever got moved, so... You're gonna find people like that in every game.
Indeed. I almost paid for my quick look at the bomber that was coming in there.
I am so happy I got the F-94.
Oh, yeah. Did you have 110 free
I
experience?
specifically saved up enough free XP, and the anniversary...
You got the gun.
Oh yeah, I
You
got the gun
the rockets.
immediately. I got the gun immediately.
Absolutely the right thing to do.
The gun is incredible. I don't know if you watched Nova's video, but I have the power of God and A-10s on my side. Do you need help over the military base?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Go off and do something else more enjoyable.
I'm probably going to kill things between zones now, because I don't want to get superiority on them.
Yeah, good idea.
And I was talking with Matt yesterday about the F7U, and I'd like to try and start grinding for that. Just to try it.
Don't be put off by my disregard for the aircraft. In other people's hands, it's a very capable beast indeed. But my question to you is, have you got Mary Love Heart?
I do.
Stick her in it when you get it. Now, Matt's threatened with me with showing me how to play the game differently, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch out.
Well, hopefully when y'all do that, it's like there's some kind of recording so I can see. That sounds like that's going to be fun.
I think that's unlikely. He also, interestingly, said if we flew together, it would have to be off stream, which was kind of an interesting request, but one, of course, that I would respect.
I can see why.
Yeah.
I can totally see why.
I'm not actually sure I want to take this sector, otherwise I'm going to curtail your fun. Well, that's...
I mean, let's be honest, the bots are going to take the sectors eventually anyway, so...
They just did. The fact that we've got this military base is not my doing in the end. Well, it is in the sense that I stopped their bots from taking it, but...
Yeah, all we really have to do is delay their bots from taking sectors, and then our bots just take the sectors. That is all we really need to do.
Lovely demolition of the Yak-15 there.
Of course my rockets didn't come back online in time for me to get this TA-183.
Oh, right.
See?
Our bots are that good, are they?
Yep, this is one of those cases where it gives us the A spots and the other team is not.
Thou shalt not farm.
Thou shalt not get a lot of XP for the F7U. Dang.
Bonjour, Herr Requenot. Comment vas-tu cet après-midi?
We have complete control of the skies.
Majdox, good afternoon to you as well. Thank you for being here.
You know, it's really nice seeing 6 aircraft that I could pick from the airbase. Usually that would be like 1 or 2.
Sport for choice, couldn't make up my mind, got shot down. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, there is the training room, Gilzak. You can try that.
Way to go.
The problem with the training room is it costs credits if you die in the training room,
It does.
and there's no way to earn credits while you're in the training room. Which I understand why they're holy crap, that 183 does a lot of damage. I understand why you can't earn medals and credits in the training room, but why does the training room make you spend resources to use it?
Yeah, I think that's a misdesign, a flaw in the design.
It's like you're actively being punished to go into the place that's safe to practice.
The only real way of getting around that is where you can is to actually unload the consumables, but that's not a lot of fun either because then your plane's just a little bit worse. But it is an option, but it's not necessarily a good one, Gilzak.
Well, even if you unload all the consumables, you'll still lose credits if you die. Like if you get shot down in the training room, you'll still lose credits.
Yes, you will.
Because they got to repair the plane. So that leads me again to my question. Why does the training room cost you credits? That has been my big turnoff from setting up, like, community events for my channel and stuff.
It is a disincentive. They have definitely missed a trick there by misdesigning the training room. I agree with that. Good afternoon, Hunter. How are you? Randolph says on the matchmaking, I wonder if increasing the chance to 80% or higher for specialized plane to fly against the higher tier Steel Clubbers at tier 2 would end up playing at tier 3. If only they actually even accounted for specialized aircraft, Randolph. They don't. The matchmaker completely ignores them. They doesn't recognize the difference between stock and specialized because the matchmaker was designed before the specialized aircraft came into the game.
Oh, I can get the new airframe for the 262.
Radiant, good afternoon as well. Good morning to you, of course. Oh, I've just started Bring the Fire there. Oh, that's because I've got 3 ground targets as well.
Well, that was a lot of free XP, but I now have the V-Tail 262.
Good. Yeah, Hunter, it's easier on the NA server, but I don't play at the dead of night, to be fair, but even out of Prime, it's hard to get a battle with all bots. You're probably not going to get it done. Maybe it's something like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning you might on the EU server, but even then, there are people buzzing around in their B-29Cs. I've seen it when I've played through a night occasionally when I can't sleep, and there's probably a small period of an hour where maybe you might get some all bot battles.
So
what are we going to fly next?
Well, 9 was your choice, yeah?
It was.
I'll probably... I'm trying to think here.
I agree with you, Cleeks. There's 2 ways of doing this. Either you earn credits and XP in the training room, and you suffer all the costs that you do, repair costs, consumable costs, all that, or you don't, and you don't have the repair costs and you don't have the consumable costs either. One or the other, but you've got the worst of both worlds in the training room in this environment where it costs you everything, but you don't earn.
You know what? Let's stay here. I want to take up my my new 262.
Okay, dokie.
Maybe I'll
I will go into...
Maybe I'll finally get a win.
Oh, I specialised this one yesterday as well. I didn't say. Oh wow! Way before my time, there was a UFO in the game Bonaventure.
Oh yeah, from that one event. Oh, I forgot about that. That was fun.
I will say this, Randolph. I mean, if you're working on a bomber and you're trying to work out the coverage angles for the two guns, so you can try and get the turrets to overlap, sometimes going into the training room is worth it for that, in my opinion. The Betty was a good example. It's really hard to get those two 20mm firing together, and it may be worth a little bit of work on that. Personally, I just swing through where I know it is roughly and then swing back. I've given up on trying to consistently hit with both guns all the time. But you might want to do it in the training room. But the disadvantage of the training room is it doesn't. It's not properly set up. That's my view. Yes, it was a UFO. It was based on a German design. I'm going to go to the airfield.
I'm going to take a pass at this garrison, but then I'm going to make a run at the mining plant. Oh, it looks like
Super.
it looks like the HG3 is having the same idea.
Well, I pity the HG3 then, since you're there.
No, that's our HG3.
Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. Okay.
Considering we had the exact same idea, yeah. Well, I guess I'll drop my bombs and pitch up and try and do any damage I can to this 287. He one passed it while we were both here.
287 will. Very easy to one pass that plant with 287. Certainly when it's neutral, it's a little bit harder when it's an enemy plant. But he can still get it done in one stack of bombs.
I guess I'm gonna go back to this garrison then, because forget me trying to actually, defend the mining plant.
Right, I need to get to our mining plant because there's all sorts of trouble there.
Alright, local garrison flipped for us.
Don't interfere, J7W. You're not the heavy I want. Oh, come on. Nowhere near pointing at me, and yet he's still got the shot in.
What, the Drawa? They do.
No, the ME-262. Completely and utterly off target, and yet he smashed my engine. I've chased him off for the moment. I've got to keep an eye on him in case he comes back. Yeah, he doesn't have to because they've actually got our plant. I mean, in retrospect, it might have been an idea to go to our plant. Yeah, their MiG-15 BIS isn't particularly good. Wow, we've managed to lose both plants.
Oh, I see the bomber already.
So, neither of our heavies went to our plant.
Ow.
And just left it wide open. Okay, we'll just have to take other sectors then. But I need repairs first if I can get them.
Well, if you recall, my initial plan was to go to the enemy plant and stop them from flipping that, but, the HG3 went there, too.
And failed. Unsurprisingly, because he was never going to get there in time to stop the Junkers 287.
I just think he got there before I did.
let's now get those repairs if I can. We'll have to go off and take the garrison.
I'm gonna see if I can take out this 287. I'm right here. Fortunately, we've kept the airfield the entire time.
Yeah, I've done a bit of work here, but unfortunately I can't just sit here and spin. I've got to try and make more of a contribution, which is why I'm...
My pilot, because of course he has.
trying to get off to the garrison. Sorry, I had to break off there because bot F2H bot Banshee was trying to shoot me.
All of the players are defending this bomber. The MiG and the enemy 262 were defending the bomber.
The MiG isn't that... doesn't appear to be that skillful a player.
The enemy has control of all key objects. You cannot leave it like that.
Okay, that shouldn't have happened with two heavies in this game. That really shows you how important it is for the heavies to coordinate their actions, which of course they couldn't do here.
The other guy switched to the XF90, a little late, but it's a good swap.
It would have been better to swap into a bomber.
Yeah, I feel like them having the player bomber that's specialized is what one of the game is.
Well, that and the fact that both you and the other heavy went to the same sector.
Yeah. That certainly wasn't intended.
Yeah, that was a disaster. That shows you how important it is to get the tactics right. Unfortunately, all that happened there is that they still took their plant because the 287 can one pass it very easily. There's a very simple route through the plant over that side, which just, if you get your 4 bombs on the right 3 targets, it's an instant flip. And we left our own plant open.
It's like, all you gotta really do is take out the 250s and the 80 point in the middle, and then you've got it.
Don't even have to do that when it's neutral. You just need a 30, an 80, and a 50. And there's a perfect route in for a 287 for that. There's a 30 just in front of and just off to one side of the 80 point. So you go in, take the 30, take the 80 point, and then directly behind it, there's another. Well, in fact, actually, it's 2 30s and an 80. So you take out the 30 point just to the left of the power plant. You take out the power plant, and directly behind it, there's another 30 point target. So if you drop your bombs on those 3 targets, if you can generally flip that plant with the Junkers 287 before the heavy can get across there from the enemy spawn. Mm-hmm. And where we really fouled up was that as a team, not you, not me, not the other guy individually, but we left our own plant completely and utterly alone, and they just went and took that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was the mistake.
I got the airfield, which held them up because it meant they couldn't spawn at the airfield and go and take our plant, but they just basically flew through and took our plant. So the game was lost at that moment. Okay.
Well, it's your pick now.
I need to earn some credits because I'm hoping to get hold of this ME2. This would go tier 6 is the short answer to that.
Okay, tier 6. And
yeah, I need to get some credits for buying the MEP1101.
I need to get some credits too. I spent like...
Hello Shiva, hello Mary, how are you both?
9s, so...
Oh, you remember the Sleipnig, wasn't it? Based on sort of putative Nazi designs for a flying saucer, supposedly a flying saucer.
I'm debating in my mind whether or not I want to go up in the S199 or XB55.
Merci, Mash Dox. Tu es gentil. J'aime beaucoup les paroles.
I think it's pusher prop time.
Good. Right, I'm going to start paying attention to sectors and orders of battle a bit more now, because that was very much my fault. That last battle.
I could have seen the HG3 going to the enemy mining plant. I could have turned around and gone to ours. Or, you know, he could have seen me going to the enemy mining plant, and he could have turned around and gone to ours. It's not... I don't think it's really any one person's fault. It's just they had a bomber.
Yeah, and also the kind of bomber where I actually would have bet against going across their mining plant. At lower tiers, I think that's a really good idea. For instance, if we had the same map now and I was in the P38L as I am, I'd strongly consider going to their mining plant, because I know I've got a pretty good chance of getting there before they can take it. But against the Junkers 287, I wouldn't have done it.
If the other guy had started the match in the XF90, that would be one thing.
Might have been able to get there in time, but as I say, the problem is there's a very simple, perfect route. You don't even have to maneuver to get onto the route. You just fly straight to the plant, drop your bombs on the 3 targets, and Bob's your uncle. That plant's yours. It's that quick and that simple.
Be ready.
So at tier 9, if I'd seen the Junkers 287, I think I probably would have declined the opportunity to get across there. Anyway, let's talk about this one. What do you want to do?
More mining... Well, I can't really do anything over mining plants, so I'm going to try and bounce along the north-south, slightly diagonal axis between the airfields and the garrisons.
Okay, now,
Show me what you can do,
just
pilot.
there,
Let's roll.
between the garrison and our... I'll call it our airfield, there are almost certainly going to be multi-rolls coming across.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm going to try and fly above those, because I'm going to try and get to their plant, because I haven't got ordnance. The best thing I can do is try and stop them taking their plant.
True, but
So keep an eye out for the multi-rolls.
Mhm.
If they look like they're coming for me, do feel free to shoot them.
well, in the initial stages of these battles, bots kind of lock into a path, and then they just stick there. They just stick to their path. So
They will deviate if they've got a chance of shooting an aircraft, though, so I think they'll probably go underneath me, to be honest.
they'll probably see me first, since I'm actively in the zone at this
They
time.
might. They might indeed. I actually found 2 heavies, would you believe?
Oh wow, 2 heavy fighters.
Yeah, I just disposed of one of them. That wasn't really what I wanted to do, but I had to take them because they're Key 102s.
Oh yeah, kill those.
Right, now I've got some multi-roll on my tail.
Well, I have the airfield.
Good. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get here to hold them up the...
Oh, there's a XF4U6 in the leaving the mining plant, flying right at me.
Those 2 heavies. You'd have thought they heard me talking and they said, well, put heavies there instead of
Hey buddy, you may
Multi-roll.
be tier 7, but I have 100 maneuverability. A Corsair's... no way a Corsair is going to match that. And I'm not stupid enough to take you in a head-on.
Right, so we've got our plant. I'm going to go across there and try and stop them from taking the airfield so they can't get to it very easily. And then I'm going to dot around those 3 sectors trying to defend. I'm going to kill a bomber on the way through. Okay. Now I'm heading towards this airfield here that I'm about to mark.
Boom! There go the players.
Mary, you're going to have to teach me how to play. That's World of Warcraft, isn't it? That game.
I love taking damage from a random something.
Oh, you got that, did you? Yeah, you're just flying along and suddenly... What was that? Where did that come from? That's what I call bird strike.
Well, good thing I'm right next to the airfield. Oh, there are 2 multi-rolls flying this way, but they're going after our
Yep.
bomber.
Now there are.
Yeah. There's
It just
also
worked when I wanted there to be multi-roles.
there's also a heavy fighter, way up high, which I will get to eventually. Oh, J4. Ooh, okay, dodge that. Let's see, can I turn around on this?
Did I go for him? It looks like their multi-role just wants to chase me. No, he's given up now. Well, let's kill the bomber first. We'll go back and get the airfield.
If you know what you're doing, the XP-55 is an excellent airframe.
It is indeed. Very atypical for American planes.
Yeah, it's a turn fighter. It's not normal. All the American turn fighters are premiums. They're, there's the XFL-1, there's the XP-55, and there's the P-39. I'm sure there's like one more that I know of, but I just can't remember the name off the top of my head at this moment. My aircraft's on fire. Oh, my aircraft's no longer on fire.
Oh, I eventually ran out of juice.
Alright, Yak, you're gonna set me on fire, I'm gonna set you on fire. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, that's an LA. That's the LA, and he's taking out my engine. Crap.
You don't need an engine.
It's fine. The airfield's right there. I'll just respawn and be a nightmare.
I'm going to go and make sure this bomber's killed over this plant. With a bit of luck, I can get to the airfield and still hold them up. The good thing is, whilst they haven't got their airfield, they can't spawn right next to our plant, which is pretty important.
How do they still not have their airfield?
Because I've been over there stopping them.
Fair enough. So I just witnessed one of the No, I witnessed the player that killed me ram into the IL-8. And
Okay,
die.
not a good idea.
Generally not a good idea, no. Wait, I'm gonna let this Corsair fly into the mining plant. Oh, he's not gonna, is he? Aww. Come on, man. I can't actually cap that sector unless you fly in there.
Don't you just hate it when the enemy don't conform to your plan?
I know.
I have a plan.
My plans are
And the enemy's-
genius. They should follow my plan. Oh. Oh, the bot yak is back.
That's a Corsair destroyed here.
Ah, he gave up going after me, so he's trying to get you, I see. Well, I'm next to this garrison. I may as well try and flip it.
Continue to stop them from taking this. Oh,
Oh no.
ADA. I was going to say the ADA rammed me, killed me, and then survived, but he's just blowed up. So
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, it's all right. I've done what was necessary. They haven't had their airfield all game long, which means that it's taken them forever to launch attacks against our plant. And basically, the game is now won, especially as our bots have taken their plant. I enjoyed that.
And I've taken the command center.
Yeah, it's
We
all over.
effectively have superiority without superiority.
In fact, I don't know, we've got 10 seconds before we get a win. One of the plants is going to tick over. It may happen, Mary. At the moment, I'm back into Expeditions Rome, which, if you come along during the week, in the mornings, you will have seen. I'm just mopping up in Gallia at the moment, and then I've got the big battle that nobody likes to try and get through, which I've never won yet. Well, I'm saving that for work during the week. Excellent. Right.
The LA
So what
5
we're
was
going to
so
do,
desperate to kill me, he rammed, and he died in the process.
surprisingly robust aircraft, that XP-55. This is going to cost me 6 million credits, I think, but I'm going to buy the MEP-1101 now.
Ooh.
So let's go and do that.
I've put the 109 line on pause since I've been going through the German heavies. But I've heard that the higher up in tiers. Oh, am I getting disconnected?
Let me just check. Yeah, you've disconnected.
Okay, I'm gonna have to switch to a loading screen to keep my email safe. I'll be right
Absolutely.
back.
Yep.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. About
All right, we're
Okay,
back.
so team score. You were first by personal points, second by chevrons, 12,940 personal points, 2 sectors captured, 14 aerial targets destroyed, of which 6 were air defense aircraft, the rest were fighters or multi-roles, 3,788 damage to aerial targets, 12 criticals, lost your plane twice, capture points were 360 divided, 120 defending, 240 attacking, and you had 1 assistant.
Nice. Anyway, are you wanting to take up your new tier 10 for a spin?
No, because I can't get it up at the moment. I haven't got the credits to buy equipment for it.
Ah, okay.
So it's your choice of plane anyway, so do choose. Very strong plane, Gilzak, and even though it's got some disadvantages against, for instance, the F-86, in the game that you face, which is fighting against bombers, this is a superior plane for that generally, even if as an airframe it's inferior to the F-86.
Well, it's because of the gun loadout. That's why.
Absolutely. Yeah. Heavy, heavy, heavy guns. So no equipment. You can see that the cumulative damage is 800 here, which is huge for a fighter. And you can put on gas operated action and take that up to somewhere around 950.
Let's stay in 6. I've been slowly crawling my way through the Japanese KI line.
Okay. Since I need credits, I shall play my premium P38L.
Yep. I put Love Heart in that, and ever since I did, I've been able to consistently activate her ability. Better than I have been in P-47s.
Good choice of air pilot for the plane. I don't fly it with ordnance.
Well,
I play it as a pure air superiority fighter.
I've already explained before what my mentality with heavy fighters is,
Yep.
but I try to fly them more like a supportive kind of play style, which is not, from what I gather, not normal.
Yeah, I think you're probably right to say that. I think I'm probably don't do as much with my heavies as I ought to. Other people will be quite aggressive and fly all over the map trying to shoot everything.
What I like to do in heavy fighters, especially either the 38J or 38L, is I like to go to the most important sector on the map, drop all the ordnance, and then go air to air.
I think I mean, that's not wrong. I mean, by all means, don't stop doing that if that's what works for you.
You are entering
I think the
combat
big
zone.
drawback with the
Get ready for
ordnance
battle.
is that it
Good
takes so
luck.
long to reload, which
Yeah.
discourages me from carrying it. I think this is the same LO5 you were fighting previously.
Potentially.
Oh, look, we have company.
Show me what you can do, pilots. Let's roll.
Let's see if he misbehaves.
It's the same map as we saw him last time, too.
I'm talking about our company.
I know.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, I didn't realise that.
Our rocket has reached the target. Enemy objects damaged. We are losing the military base. There are too many enemy aircraft.
Our bot B-17 has killed our player Spitfire. What? I'm guessing that
What?
was a crash.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go
We
see
don't-
if I can cause some
We don't have a
disruption.
we don't have a player Spitfire.
Yeah, we do. We have a. Oh wait, no. That's okay. Good point. Yeah. Sorry. The colors of the frickin' kill feed, man. This game does it differently than a lot of the other games I play. Well, I tried to
It's
go.
just too late.
I tried to go disrupt the military base, but this plane
Yeah.
is made of paper.
Unfortunately, I had to take my eyes off the bomber because I got threatened by a bot E-45. If I killed the bomber, we would have still been in there. But not to worry, we've got 3 sectors to run, so it's all right. What I'll do is I'll clear out the 2 heavies from here. Or the LA... Well, actually, I'm going to clear out the LA5.
Yeah, he's low. He's low. There is a light fighter moving in a position behind you, just to make you aware.
Yeah. Their Spitfire.
Yeah, their Spitfire, not our Spitfire, their Spitfire.
Oh, I got a terrible kick of yaw there. I actually killed the Spitfire before the LA5.
I'm making a pass at the LA5 now,
Okay,
and got him.
that's him gone.
We need to kill like one thing, and then we have.
Yeah,
to
I'm going to leave that to you because otherwise we're going to be 4 sectors up.
I mean, this isn't a bot match. We should take this. I'm gonna get rammed though. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Oh,
Air
but,
supremacy achieved.
okay. I'm not the one that did that, but awesome. You know, this KI-61 is not fully optimized. I did try to build it for speed though, because I flew it as a maneuverability build at first. It's so painfully slow.
Yeah, I think on this server there is more argument for injecting some speed into it than there would be on the EU server.
There's a reason I went for the KIs over the zeros, and it's because I could technically build the KIs for speed. Zero doesn't benefit at all from a speed build.
Oh, I know people who put a bit of speed into it. I mean, it wouldn't be a full speed build, don't get me wrong, but...
Alright, let's see if I can take a swipe at this to LA5.
No, you're not going to be able to. It's all over.
Yeah, it's over.
Great job today. We'll be waiting for you
I was
back
made.
home.
I know the KI-61's made of paper, so I didn't want to go into the military base and let them cap it because of dying to the LA5 and Spitfire that were both there, and one of them cleared out, and so that's why I was going back in to try and challenge the LA5.
Oh, I must look that up, Penguin Twitch. I'm not sure I know what that game is.
What game is it?
Axis and Allies 1942 board game.
Ooh. Hadn't heard that one either. Well, it is your choice.
I'm going to drop us down to 4 here.
Oh, 4? Okay.
Yeah, only because I've got a daily mission where I need to do some work. Not really through any sort of choice. But it'd be useful to get another 10 tokens underway.
Alright, alright, alright.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm misreading this. Now I'm going to take us up to something between 8, 9 and 10.
Oh, 8, 9, and 10?
Yeah, let's go 8 because we haven't done that. So, yeah, let's go 8. Let's see how we get on.
I have a lot of 8s. And I finally got the Horton specialized.
Super.
And I put gas-operated action on it. So,
Gas operated action. That's an interesting choice.
everyone I've talked to, Nova and Corvus, recommended putting gas-operated action on the Horton.
I find that a very interesting choice because you overheat in about 3.5 seconds.
I mean, you already did with the you already did overheat within like 3 shots with the default, like without anything on it. And so, why not squeeze a little more DPS out of that?
I think the preference on the EU server will be for long gun barrels.
I figured that would be the case. I think there might be some kind of server cultural difference because everybody I talk to,
absolutely no doubt of that.
Everyone I talk to on NA loves and swears by gas-operated action.
I'll have to have a check and see what I've got in mind. I'd be very surprised if it isn't long gun barrels. Depends on what kind of range you're shooting at, of course. I mean, if you're shooting at fairly close range, long gun barrels isn't the right choice. But if you're actually trying to use the range, I mean, given that you're likely to miss with your 2 first shots, yeah, I'm not sure about. I'd have to be persuaded to that. If you don't miss at long range, then yes, maybe gas-operated action is the right choice.
Well, gas-operated action technically does reduce the range a little bit. Like, you reduce your effective range.
I thought it reduced your accuracy.
It could both? I mean, technically, a reduced accuracy is a reduction of your range as well.
Get ready for battle. Good luck.
If you really think about it. Also,
Yes, if you're talking about effective range, yes, reduced accuracy means you have to shoot things at closer range. Yeah, so you're right.
well, this is a not light fighter friendly map.
Yeah, and you're also, in my opinion, the side that's less to be preferred, because if you're on my side, the other side, you can fly to their plant and interfere.
Well, I'm thinking
there you've got a choice of.
I think I'm gonna go garrison, and then cut
Yep, that's choice number 1.
I think
choice number 2 would be to choice number 2 would be to go through the plant low, shoot out a couple of guns, and then get to their command center.
Probably not wise in the fragile Horton, so...
Yeah, I'd have some qualms about doing it. I agree.
Oh, there's a Jawa. And he got 2 shots on me. Took out my engine. Well, we capped the zone before I died. That's good. That's good.
I'm not going to worry about our command center.
I mean, I was texting back my boss, so probably just gonna do over here because it automatically spawned me close to this command center. At the very least, I'm gonna try and clear out these reds. Yeah, no, gas-operated action. I've actually really enjoyed the Horton since I've put that on. It's been a lot easier to use.
Okay, well, I'm a big advocate for saying if it works for you, use it. Doesn't matter what other people think. Gilzak, this was there were 2 prototypes, very similar planes, but this never made it into production. It came right at the cusp of the end of the piston engined age and into the jet engined age. Why is it we always get the bots that are superlative
Because
when we have all bot battles?
Because on NA, there's always like a good chance that if you are alone against a bunch of bots, all the bots on the enemy team are the lowest common denominator, so to speak.
Dumb, I think you're trying to say.
Yeah. Dumb. Not really programmed well. They pretty much only go after you if you get within their gun range.
Victory is in sight. Keep it up.
Except for the Jawas. Jawas are just mean.
Ooh, can I? Is he low enough? Do you think I can do it?
Potentially.
Oh, game finished. I was going to try and rocket one of the ground attackers by dumping the rocket into the ground. Never mind.
Well, that game was a bunch of nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in that. Once I had a bit of a tussle with an I-260 that was trying to shoot me down. Once I shot that down, the plant became ours, and that was the end of the game, basically.
Yeah. Oh, my pilot got another skill point.
Hoorah!
See, the Horton is one of my exceptions for marksman. I go for marksman 2 on this plane.
Oh, yes, I think... I know what Ray says about Marksman 1, which is something I do definitely disagree with, but leaving us that aside, if you share his philosophy, it's still worth getting those 5 points and getting Marksman 2 on that plane, for sure.
Like, that Marksman 1 is insignificant?
Well, actually, in some circumstances, Ray will argue it's actually makes you worse. I think he's thinking of machine gun planes. I cordially disagree, but be that as it may, by far and away the better skill is Marksman 2, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think everyone can agree Marksman 2 is worth the effort, but the debate is whether or not Marksman 1 is worth the effort. There's a lot of people on NA, myself included,
whether you actually...
that would say no, if you're going to run Marksman, go all the way to Marksman 2, otherwise don't bother.
Yeah, I think if you went on the EU server and said that, the EU players would look at you as if you were from another planet.
I mean,
so that really
considering
is
that was your reaction to my maneuverability build P-36, I mean, I feel like that's going to be pretty common.
Yeah, there will be moments when everybody will go, "You do what on that server? Are you insane?" And then there should be a period of saying, "Well, you know what? Let's think about that." Anyway, your choice, I believe.
I'm fine with staying at 8. I can go in the Tempest PV, another plane where I have Marksman 2.
Yeah, again, I would.
I technically have the TA-152, but that plane is so hard to use.
It is these days, especially if you go for small targets. Try and prioritize bigger targets.
Luckily, the few times I've flown it, I've gotten all bot games because I would miss what I was shooting at, and I actually killed a friendly bomber because I was shooting at an enemy bomber, and one of my wing guns missed and shot the friendly bomber. Fortunately, it was an all-bot game, so there were no repercussions for that.
That bot has taken down your name and number and is waiting for his opportunity.
Yeah, I think that bot's been in Jawas and been hunting me down in those.
Yeah. I know where you are. I'm coming for you. Incidentally, if there's anyone watching on my side of things and you don't know what a Jawa is, and I imagine most of you do, but that's the American terminology for the J7Ws.
Yep, we call those Jawas, and the BVPs are either called bat wings or flying footballs.
Never heard them called flying footballs. Batwings are common. Yeah, the other thing I've heard them called is tadpoles.
That one I haven't heard anyone from NA call them.
Attention! You are entering the combat zone. Get ready for battle.
I'm going to go to the middle for fairly obvious reasons.
Okay, I'm going to take the garrison to our right, and then I'm going to go to the enemy airfield.
Okay, sounds like a good idea. Quite surprised we've had 2 bot battles in a row.
It's
I
early.
know it's still quite early there, but
It's early morning, period 3 in A. I think it's a miracle we were running into a P-61 B-29 flight for the first 2 games in a row.
okay.
Like, that is the thing that caught me off guard, is that not only did we run into a flight, we ran into them twice in a row.
Well, running into them twice in a row wasn't so much a surprise, it was running into them at all.
Yeah, because server population is generally lower at this time. Unless there's, like, the straggler Europeans fleeing the bomber spam.
Marcellus.
Which Marcellus is cool.
He is. You're right.
We flew together for a bit last week.
Good. We should do more of that.
Alright. Garrison secure, going to the enemy airfield.
Super.
I know I've said this before, but I really do enjoy the Tempest PV. The
I think it's a good
sniper
plane.
one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you enjoy it.
I'm glad
You
I
wouldn't have
went through
enjoyed
the-
it. You wouldn't have enjoyed it if they'd left it as it was originally. I can tell you that.
Were the guns
Ooh,
really
that-
that bad?
Oh, they were horrible. I think that was one occasion where the testing I did really did have an effect at the World of Warplanes team, was they made big changes to the guns after that.
Was it the... Didn't the RE 2005... Didn't I hear that that plane got buffed mid-event?
It did. Again, I did testing on that plane as well. I don't know why I've flown over here to where you are, but I'm over here. Hi.
Hi. There's an XP-58 somewhere if you want to deal with him. There you go.
A couple of rockets to the face.
Well, I guess I'm going to get some repairs, and then, I'm not really sure where else to go. Maybe defend the middle a bit?
Yeah, do you want to do that?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'll go off and see if I can find bits and bobs to do elsewhere.
Yeah, I'll see if... I'll play a little defense. Play just a smidge of defense, because these cannons are really good at shooting attack craft.
Oh, so Yak 9RU. I was going to say, how on earth did a Yak shoot me at 3,300 feet?
Oh, I uploaded a clip to my second channel recently of me flying this plane. And I one-shot a clanmate of mine who was in the Yak 15.
Yep. Tier 8s, you can one-shot the light fighters quite frequently in the PV.
But he was surprised. He thought I hit him with a rocket. And I'm like, no, I don't have rockets on this thing.
You get both those cannons landing, so you're at the convergence point and you hit that, a light fighter, it will evaporate.
It was beautiful.
Our military base is launching strikes on the enemy. This will make things easier for you.
Multi-role altitude performance kind of bit me in the tail here. Everyone's flying
Almost
up
up
really
high?
high. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, I'll come in.
I'm in
see if I
the
can
yellow
reach
at like 6,000 feet right now, and
Yeah, the whole philosophy of multi-roles needs a bit of a rethink, in my opinion.
they just need an altitude buff. Another 1,000 feet will do it. I'm telling you.
It would certainly make a big difference.
It would definitely help aircraft like the P-47s. I think they need it more than some of the other ones.
You see how that jinks sideways to avoid the rockets in a fashion that I think is physically impossible. He
I've seen
basically
them do that.
had his wings banked fully to turn right. I fired the rockets and the plane suddenly moved left.
Well, I've been told recently that the ADAs technically aren't planes. They're just things in the game with airplane models stuck on top of them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the
That's
hitboxes don't match the,
Our airfield is under enemy control.
like, there's little idiosyncrasies about the ADA that allow them to get away with things like that.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
It's like the hitboxes don't always match the model of the aircraft. Like, it's most egregious with the J4Ms being quote-unquote heavies in the eyes of the ADA, even though they're not. Well, there goes a 209. He died immediately. Oh, I got Lambert.
Nicely done.
And now this airfield is mine, so I can get fixed up.
We'll come and do that as well.
A line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable
Yeah, this Tempest is what finally convinced me to start trying the sniper planes, and is why I ended up buying Horde. Which the Horde was already on my list anyway, but I was hesitant because of the guns. But,
Yeah, I think the experience... I'll tell you, a plane that does have a sniper cannon, although I would never fly it as a sniper, the ME-209.
Victory is almost ours.
Really quite a funky and strong plane. Are you on that Key 94-1?
I am. But so is our bot PV.
Cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy? Over.
There's a Spitfire on your tail.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly a little bit straight. Hopefully he makes a mistake and... Alright, time to pop pneumatic assist.
Was that a ram?
He cut into my wing, yeah.
I was about to shoot him before you as well.
I don't think the bot was expecting me to turn around like I did.
Certainly didn't read your input particularly well.
Oh, Hero of the Sky! How the hell did that happen?
You've been busy. Oh, there's a bomber. That's what I've been looking for.
Oh, speaking of the ME-209, there one is. I hit him at the convergence point.
Airfields are ours. We've got the
Nope.
enemy contained.
Where's that heavy? Oh, there he is. He's way up there. I ain't getting up there.
Great job today. We'll be waiting for you back.
Whoa, it's a lot of medals.
I got a lot of blue medals.
I got a lot of blue medals too. I
Super.
got Vanguard, the Hero, Lambert, Conqueror, whatever the two crossed swords one is. I can never remember that one's name.
Raptor Geo.
Mm,
Oh no, the
no, that's
sorry, you're
like,
talking about
like the badge for like
Yeah, I know.
aircraft specific mission kind of stuff.
I know. I could look it up, but I'm not going to.
It is I mean, I'm on the results screen now. It is Flying Raider. Oh, well, that went well. Your choice.
Well, let's have our first tier 10.
Ooh, I have two choices.
Well, I have one at the moment because I haven't kitted the other one out.
Well, if you're doing
But,
the
I-
heavy, then I'll do a light fighter. I love the F-86. It's just sad that it's not really competitive meta-wise.
Spot on. Spot on. Great airframe. Unfortunately, the presence of bombers makes it a less than suitable plane for many battles.
I have won in it. Quite a few times. And I got it specialized the hard way. Because I don't like using tokens to specialize planes.
You get into a game where you can do a lot of work against things that aren't bombers, and probably a little bit not GA ground attack planes as well. You can be really, really dominant in that aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
But the bombers in particular just aren't make it an unsuitable plane in many cases.
I think I can go as far as to say that the only fighter type that an F-86 can't deal with is the XF-90 heavy fighter. Because the XF-90 can out-altitude and outrun it.
Yeah.
And the XF-90 can kill an F-86 in one pass.
Yeah. I think the XF-90 is a very deadly opponent for an F-86. But it can be quite even, because if you've got a skilled F-86 pilot who's keeping an eye on the XF-90, then the maneuvers mean that the XF-90 will find it very hard to shoot it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
So they kind of negate one another.
The advantage the F-86 has is maneuverability. Primarily, maneuverability is its best defense against an XF-90.
Yeah, if you can survive two passes by an XF-90, the XF-90 just needs to buzz off, because by that time all the boost will be gone.
Mm-hmm. And if the XF-90 tries to make them a mistake, like a lot of bot XF-90s do, and tries to turn, then the F-86 will win.
Then it's breakfast time.
Mm-hmm. But the F-86 can keep up with Javelins and HG-3s.
Attention! You are entering the combat zone. Get
Yes.
ready for battle.
At least I have.
Yep, no, you're right. It does. Over the short scale, it will.
Lots of bot games, period 3 today.
Yeah, I was just saying that again. I'm just wondering what's best to do here. I'm going to play conventionally this time. I'm going to actually go to our plant, drop my bombs,
Okay, well, I'm gonna go
see
to
if I can find their bombers.
I'm gonna go to our airfield.
Yeah, that's pretty much because you're in the F-86 that I've decided to do what I'm doing.
Show me what you can do, pilots. Let's roll.
I've been contemplating whether or not I want to try to get the BVP 215. I have the 212,
Okay.
and I do need more tier 10s just in general.
Yeah, you are obviously aware that it's very, very different.
Yes, not only did I figure that out for myself, I have been told by you, Nova, Corvus, Zero, literally everyone I've ever talked to is like, yeah, that thing's weird.
Yeah, it's basically, it turns into a heavy fighter without any speed.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of an oxymoron in a way. How can
Yes.
you be a heavy fighter, but be slow? Well, I say that, and then the bow fighter exists.
Yes, that's also true. Good point, well made. I'm being a bit naughty. Oh, shoot. I'm being a bit naughty here. One of my bombs failed to destroy a target, so I'm trying to destroy it with my guns.
There goes a Reaper. That is also a plane on my list to get eventually.
Strongly recommended.
And not only because I share a name. Although that is a factor.
This just won't go. It's being a pain. Let's go and shoot the bomb down. And then I'll come back to it.
Now I'm chasing a MiG-9 who thinks it's a good idea to go after our bomber. Or no, he's just flying straight, okay. MiG, in level flight, I can catch up to you. And because you've flown into this garrison, you will now count towards its capture.
I'm supposed to stop messing around and kill the bomber in the end.
Generally wise. I would say bombers are a high priority target, but bot bombers are not really so, in my opinion. They just kind of loiter. They loiter around, let the AA gun shoot them, and then you can just literally anything. Like I could kill the bomber after that. It's the player bombers that are high priority number one. Take them out now, kind of thing. Situation.
Indeed.
Because the players are smart enough to avoid the AA guns and one past the sector.
This lousy shooting.
Ah, the HG2 is outside the zone. That's unfortunate. Oh, there's 1101. Well, I'm gonna turn on that. Put him down. No, do not attack that ground attack. I am still behind you. Pay attention, bot.
I also took a J7 off your tail.
Thank you for that. Those things are highly aggressive.
Yeah, I know you love them so much, so I just thought I'd... Actually, I don't really want to take the airfield. You might be a bit of a problem because I've got your engine. Let's fly away from you. Come back and kill you.
Alright, I'm gonna check my way back to that airfield. See if I can take out some ADAs, undo the enemy's progress.
Okay.
I'm approaching way too fast. I'm gonna overshoot the Spitfire. Well, better keep going, because,
What Spitfire?
yeah, what Spitfire? Well, you've got a 1101 on your tail. You should be able to outrun that.
I am going to outrun it. I'm just waiting for my bombs to come back in.
It's obvious my attempts to take this airfield are half-hearted because I'm trying to prolong the game.
We're in control of all plants. It's half the battle.
My apologies, I just took in a plant.
Nah, you're fine. The bots were going to take it anyway.
They were.
You see how low it was on its cap progress? Bots were going to flip it. Like, at a certain point, superiority is inevitable in bot games.
Well, that depends on who you are. There are plenty of people I know who who might not actually get even a win.
Good point. Oh, here comes the 1101 and the Big 9. Should get on the Big 9 first since he was in the back. Set him on fire. Take him out.
May as well take repairs whilst I'm here.
The bot 1101 did not take advantage of the fact I was shooting the Yak. I mean, the MiG that was behind
Here
him.
now. You're on your own. Air supremacy achieved. I'm proud of you, pilots.
Why can't they make the bot games double the length?
I'd say we farmed pretty good.
We did. I will be right back. I just need to pay a visit to what Americans call the vest room.
Ah.
Hello, chat. It's just you and me at this moment in time. How are you?
How are you doing today, chat? How do I get... Oh. The game glitched. It told me I got number 1, but I didn't. That's upsetting. I was about 400 points short of number 1. Oh well. Oh wow, I had just received that Akamatsu just barely in time. Yeesh. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. I guess it'd be my pick now, right?
Right, everybody. Thank you for being patient. I am back. F-22 Hunter. I believe it's your choice.
Yep, that's what I was just muttering to myself about, and it was my pick. And what do I want to pick? It's a very good question. You know what? Let's go to 7. I want to fly my P-51D. I've been trying to grow my aircraft numbers in tier 7 and up, and excuse me. So far, I've actually had some pretty good success with that.
Am I keeping you up?
Haha.
Did sound a bit so like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well,
And when,
I like to
when
tell
Bagpuss went to sleep,
I like to tell people I'm not a morning person, but I have
I
been
think you're proving it.
I have been having to get up at like 6 a.m. all summer long.
Okay, so you're still getting up late.
And I have an 8 a.m. class this coming semester, so
Oh, yeah, that's a bit nasty, I will say.
I think it's linear algebra too. Which that's gonna suck.
Yeah, you're going to have to engage your brain quite quickly at 8 o'clock in the morning, I will say. I tend to get up between 5 and 5:30.
So what is
Billy.
that, like midnight 1 a.m. over here?
Yes, basically. Billy likes to try and get me up between 4 and 4:30.
You are entering the combat zone.
Oh, of
Get
course.
ready for battle.
Because you live on the cat schedule, not yours.
Absolutely, 4 cats indeed. But the other 3 are actually pretty good. One of them, if she can, will stay out all night. But if she's captured and comes in, she actually does sleep through the night. But Dilly is very active from about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Alright, I'm gonna go command center because I spawned next to it.
Yep, okay. I'm going to go and try and take the central garrison because that gives us access to everything else.
I really hope I run into the end.
That is quite a name, isn't it?
If you're confident enough to put bold letters and spell out the end in your username, and you're gonna challenge me in a 51, you better be good.
I'm keeping quiet here because there are different interpretations of ends, which I don't wish to go into here.
Come on. I can swim around this P-40. Well, and now I gotta let the bombers do the work because I don't have any ground attack.
Communication with the main headquarters. Enemy bombers inbound. Don't let them reach their target.
KI-94-1, which I'm about to take some swipes at. I like that plane, but when it comes with when it tries to fight a light fighter, it typically doesn't win much.
I think I may have one of their players chasing me right over the map. Yeah, he did. He chased me right over the map. That's the key. The P-51 tried to chase me down. Right, I see we failed to take our local garrison. I shall go there. Oh no, we've just taken it. Right, I'm going to go to our command center. There's a bomber over there.
Oh, there's a Key 84 looking at me. Not good. Because I was already low.
Might have to
Also,
take care of this.
that guy said hey to you in the team chat. Or the mass chat.
What, a hello or... I haven't got chat enabled, so I can't see it.
Oh.
Yeah, if you go on the EU server, you're more than likely to turn chat off fairly quickly.
People are a lot friendlier here on NA. There's also like one language for the most part.
No habla español.
There's a little bit of Espanol, not much, but
I actually might go and take out some of this bomber P-38J. No, I'm going to try and take the P-38J. Ooh. Where did the Key 94 come from?
he tends to be sneaky like that.
Yeah, don't worry.
Once you get behind him, he's kind of a sitting duck.
Yep. Pardon me. I wanted to take some of the bombers, but decided the heavies were more of a priority.
I think we're both rushing at that P-38 right now.
Right, I'll break off. You go for him. I'll go for the bombers. See if we can take one or two of them down. Are you letting that P-38 shoot me?
No.
Good. Pleased to hear it. Right, they shouldn't be able to take the command centre now because there's only 3 of them.
I don't think they would have been able to take the command center before anyway, because it was fully, it was, like, fully under our control.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Definitely not taking it now. I think they can actually flip in a full health sector.
I think they can, but I'm not confident. I'm not confident on that, so I don't want to speak as if they can, because there's still a chance that they won't be able to. Oh, 190 I didn't see. Ooh. Can't turn on him though. There is a KN-94-1. This guy's back and hasn't learned his lesson yet. Somebody on their team must be calling these bots over to this command center a bunch, because these two keep flying over here. Can you get this 190 off of me for a second?
Let's see. Well, he's on fire. I don't think he's... Yeah, he's gone.
He's just been annoying me for the past minute.
Glued on.
Bot multi-rolls hyper aggressive for no real reason. Oh, I found a BF-109F and the KI-84. I'm gonna go for the 109F first, because he's low.
Victory is close.
Alright, got him. I see tornadoes closer, so I'm gonna shoot him.
Ooh, their Key 84 actually got me before I finished that.
You're not gonna get me that time, Cloudburst.
Where he had virtually no health left after I dealt him several shots.
The enemy has captured the command center. Don't let them
Excuse you? We leave the command center for 1 second, I swear.
That's going to extend the game for a bit longer. Erica, good afternoon to you. Well, good morning to you, rather. Yes, I'm well, and I hope you are too. What are your plans today?
Hang on, I see a light fighter. That is the 109F. Oh, crap.
There's a heavy storm here. Unable to proceed. Returning to base. Do you copy?
No! Damn it! I'm out. The
Yep.
84 got me.
It's alright, the game's almost over.
I'm proud of you, pilots. Head back home.
Super. Tier 6.
Tier 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm going into a bomber.
You're going into bomber. Okay. I'm trying to think what do I want to fly? I could be
A Tier 6 plane.
I could be really, really evil and go in like the XP-54 or P-38L.
I can't stop you.
I could be really evil and I could do that. But I have some sense of morality, so I'm going to go in the S-199.
Super. Do let us know what you're playing, Erica. You're probably aware that I've made efforts to get back into Expeditions Rome. I also, during the week, bought U-Boat. I'm looking forward to trying that at some point. That was on special offer, very cheap.
Yeah, I think everyone's a little burnt out at the moment.
For planes.
Mm-hmm.
It took me about a week. I got my appetite back yesterday for it, but there was a week there where I was just sort of like, I'll play an odd game or so, get my dailies mission done, and then I'm going to go off and do something else.
Yeah, because like if you think about it, there's been non-stop Warplanes events since April.
Yeah, it's been very, very busy.
Like, I don't remember there ever being this many events in a row.
No, I can't say I do either. Even back in the day when there was a much bigger team pumping things out, because the events were still less frequent, obviously much bigger in scale.
I mean, I can't complain too much. I like there being events in Warplanes.
I'll let you know if I enjoy it, Erica. Major Parr, who you may be aware of, CC in World of Warships, was the last person to say to me he'd had the game for quite a while and really enjoyed it. Fallen Angel, who I know you know, also recommended it. And given that it was on a special offer and it was a really advantageous deal, in my opinion, I thought, why not? Let's pick it up.
Oh, same flight. The 109F and the 51A were in a flight last match. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, they were indeed.
Alright, well, I spawned on the side of the garrison, so I'm gonna flip the garrison and go see if I can cause problems at the command center.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm off to our command center.
No, S-199, it's time to drop 2 bombs on an AA gun and 2 bombs on the tents, and then go kill planes. Sadly, even with Demo Expert on the pilot, the bombs on this plane are pathetically weak.
They are indeed.
And I'm not sure if there's anything else I can do to make them better.
So something must have pinched my target there.
That
Right.
happens sometimes.
No.
Oh, I did not mean to hit pneumatic assist, but I did. I've wasted my magic I turn better than you button. Upsetting.
Or as I call it, now you'll see me, now you don't.
No, that's engine cooling.
Oh, okay, you're using that for... I'm running. Oh, that wasn't actually a live target. Silly me.
There's a B-32 Specialized sitting over this command center. It's unfortunate.
I hope you're saying that's unfortunate for the B-32.
A little unfortunate for me. Because B-32s are flying tanks with a lot of guns.
Oh, somebody pinched my rear gunner kill. That was going to be the end, being shot down by my rear guns.
Oh. Sounds like no matter what, that was the end of him.
It was, yep. The XF4U finished him off.
B-32 has fled, and now it's just the
We have complete
PE2
control
and
of the skies.
supremacy.
Way to go.
Okay, let's go hunting aircraft. Let's see what I can shoot down in heavy mode.
Have fun with that single cannon there, Q.
Yeah.
I've been flying that plane as like a bomber recently, and that cannon leaves a little bit to be desired.
Better to have it than not.
Better to have it than not. I agree. I've gotten air kills with it. I don't know if you saw Zero's video where he reviewed one of my first games in that plane, actually. But I was using it to try and strafe tents.
Okay, that's suboptimal.
I tried to strafe tents or any low health ground targets that my bomb didn't finish off.
Victory is in sight.
Yeah, that's surprisingly takes a long time.
By the way, that B-32 is sitting at like the top of the map, so I don't think he's actually playing optimally.
I've actually taken my hands off the controls because, you know, with the B-32, you're kind of expecting they're going to flip sectors quite regularly, and it looks like he's just sort of like, oh, I don't want to play.
I don't know, man. I don't know what 800 to 0. You'd expect this from a bot match.
Head back home.
That wasn't very good, was
That
it?
was an embarrassing performance for them. We did fine.
Anyway, let's come back to the games that you choose. Oh, good. I've got my extra skill point on my gunner. I can now get defensive fire.
Oh, good.
Okay. And your choice, sir. Let's just check and see how much I've got on that now. I think I need 61,000 for the next aircraft. Yeah, I've got 13,000 and it's 60,000. Good. Okay, we're making progress. I need a high-tier bomber to complete missions.
My highest bomber is 7. I have the TU-2. And my highest ground attack 6. Or no, is it 7? No, it's 6.
Oh, actually, you've just reminded me. I think I've got tier 8 ground attacker. Let's have a look.
Yeah, my highest ground attacker is 6. It's the Russian one.
Yeah. I've got a tier 7 ground attacker. How's that coming along?
How close
Ooh,
am
that's
I
got
to
a lot
getting
of-
my IL-8? Ooh, I still have 20,000 to go. I'm not grinding that this stream. No way. No, nope.
A lot of work to do on that. Okay, your next choice is a tier 7 or tier 8 or tier... Sorry, your next choice is, do let me know.
Tier 7. I'm gonna fly the new Corsair.
Okay, well, that'll give me a chance to go into the ground attacker then.
Or as I have dubbed it, the America plane.
Yeah, with that camouflage, definitely. Mind you, there is one of the Spitfires that's got an awful Union Jack camouflage. Really horrible.
Which one is that? Spitfire 5?
I think it might be the Spitfire 1. I can't remember.
I don't know. All I know is if you want to talk about awful paint jobs, there's a Russian, one of the Russian ILs. It has a paint job where it's like red, white, and purple, at like 3 different parts of the airframe.
Oh, the Czechoslovakian camouflage, yes.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's whew. That's something. I don't think I've ever seen anyone or any bot use that paint job.
I think I would call that distinctive.
That's a word for it. Okay.
Specialized IL-10M and a P-61.
Oh, that's gonna suck. Wait, are all of their players 8s?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, to be fair, we just had a similar situation the other way round, so I don't think we can complain. I'm not going to the plant. I'm going to try and take the command centres, because if the P-61 or the IL-10M turn up at the plant, I'm basically just hit point fodder for them.
Yeah. I agree. I'll join you at the command center.
Tell me what you can do.
I'll see if I can keep the I'll see if I can keep the ADAs off your tail.
Thank you.
Ooh, I'm getting encoding overloaded warnings on OBS. That's lovely. We have a specialized heavy fighter that followed us here. I would have kind of wanted him to go to the mining plant, honestly.
Remind me what he is?
BVP 203. It's that jet prop heavy fighter.
I know the one. It's a very good plane, but you don't want to be going to a plant to encounter a P-61.
Well, I was more thinking along the lines of the IL-10 or the bombers, but fair enough.
Hey, even the IL-10 will give it a hard time in terms of manoeuvrability. Well, it'll beat it for manoeuvrability by far.
And attack craft.
But yeah. Oh, yeah. The IL-10M, you want to watch that. That's got very good manoeuvrability. Definitely up with many heavies. That's why I chose not to go to the plant. Oh, he's over here. Talking of the damn thing, I'm going to highlight him.
Yeah, I see him right there. If there wasn't 3 other things at my altitude above him, I'd die for him. But
yeah, fortunately, he hasn't come for me, because I can tell you now, if he decided to turn and come for me, I was basically a dead duck.
is it really that maneuverable?
Oh, it's I would classify it as a ground attack aircraft killer.
Really?
Because it can outplay them all.
That is not something I would have anticipated.
Yeah, it's a nasty plane, that.
Well, as if to your point, the guy was trying to dogfight, so...
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you come across a clumsy fighter player, you've got a chance with that plane of outplaying them.
Jeez. That's a scary thought.
Right, so now I am going to go and see if I can take the plant.
I haven't seen the P-61, though, so I don't know where he's at.
Right, the P-61, both the heavies are behind you. One of them is following the bomber stream, so I imagine that's not the P-61. Although, and the P-61, I suspect, is going into the middle.
As one would expect them to do, yeah. I'm on the way to attack the command center at the moment. I'm just in the
that's a
middle
good
of a fight
call.
with a yak.
Yeah, the Yak-3s will eventually shot me down.
If I could set him on fire, I'd win this fight already, but, unfortunately, I think I used up all of my fire luck last week.
Yeah, our BBP-203's in the wrong place.
Where's he at?
Well, I'm sorry. I thought he was with you, following you. That may be not the case. No, he's been shot down, so he's definitely in the wrong place. Their F-2G is defending the plant.
The command centers are ours. Awaiting
Well, they just lost the command centers, so...
Yeah, but they
we're gonna
had
lose
a count
ours.
off the plant already.
We're gonna lose ours. The bomber stream's over there, and it's at half health.
Yeah, the F2G decided to take a chance on rocketing me. That failed. So he's dead.
How have we not lost that command? There we go. There we go. As soon as I ask. As soon as I ask, it happens.
Their P61 is here as well, defending the plant.
I knew he was going to be
I've got
camping
them.
over one sector. I didn't know if it was going to be the mining plant or the,
I've got no chance because I've got no help whatsoever here.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the map. And I'm currently being engaged by another Corsair, so...
Although he has let me shoot him. How's the Yak 3 here as well? For God's sake. I could have actually killed the P61 there, he was flying so badly.
In my book, any kill on a P61 is a win.
We've taken control
I would have
of the
killed him, but the
airfield.
Yak 3 came in.
Saved him? That's
Yep.
unfortunate. I'm gonna see if I can, make some progress on retaking the one command center, because,
Yeah, I'm going to have to go there as well, because they've got 4 aircraft over the plant, and our BVP-203 is absolutely zero interest in going there.
you know, he's trying to take the command center. Which is important, I agree, but,
Yeah,
There's-
it's too late, though, because they've had 2 counts off the plant
They
now.
almost got us.
they just got another one. The mining plant's gonna win
That's
the
what I
game.
mean. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. The BVP-203 has been in the wrong place all game. Once we worked out they were defending that plant, we had to go and take them on.
Reports about a rapidly deteriorating weather condition. The port will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over.
1 tick we might have got away with it and come back to win the game. We couldn't afford to let them have 2 ticks on it.
Ow, trees. Well, I got Lambert.
Yeah, P61 just sat over the plant waiting for these. That annoys me, actually, the BVP-203 being so frit.
We cannot
Well, I mean,
support you any longer.
everything on their team can outturn him, right?
Do you copy? Over.
Yeah, but he can pummel the P61. When I went in there, I actually found the P61 couldn't even outturn me. He actually let me shoot him to bits. And I would have killed him, as I say, except that the Yak 3 suddenly flew in from nowhere and shot me.
Yeah, I don't know what that thing was doing over there.
No, I've no idea why their bots have gone over to the plant.
Turn back. The enemy force is too
Okay,
strong.
I made a mistake there. I should have gone for the plant, but I had no idea the P61 player would be so poor.
Oh, I mean, you don't really need to be good in the P61. Like, you could be mediocre and the P61 will carry you.
Well, I'm talking seriously mediocre there, because he came for me. I outturned him twice and got loads of shots into him. I was about to kill him on the 3rd pass, which is when the Yak 3 came in and shot me
You
from
know,
nowhere.
I wonder if he doesn't have Elise Clark in there.
Well, even without Elise Clark, he should be able to outturn an ME-265, but he had no. Well, people who are watching my stream will have watched me actually outmaneuver him twice and laid loads of shots into him.
I'm gonna have to...
I actually thought I was about to kill him until, as I say, the Yak 3 flew in from nowhere and protected him.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch this portion of the VOD, because I'm curious how this went down.
Yeah, I am surprised. You heard me say I've got no chance, and then I thought, oh, actually, I think I have got a chance here.
Yeah, no, it was yeah. Anyway, it's your pick.
Okay, let's just do some pilot skills here before we move on. We haven't played any tier 5s, have we? Let's try tier 5.
We have not. Tier 5. Well, I got a good
What
amount
am I
of
trying-
options at tier 5.
What am I trying to progress? Or shall I just try and earn some credits? Let's try and earn some credits.
I'm cool with earning credits.
Yeah, I've got my eye on equipment for the MEP 1101.
I just want to get back up to 30 million. I bought 2 tier 9s. I'm back down to 21 million again.
Yeah, I hammered my EU account recently. I'm back down below 1.9 billion.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Credits coming out of my ears. There is an overflow actually in the game. You don't want to hit that overflow mark because then it goes negative and you can't repair any of your aircraft.
Well, you only ever have a chance at hitting that when you when you own practically every plane, and you don't need them
Yes.
anymore.
František was streaming just before we came on, and he has hit that overflow mark. That's why I know about it.
Like just today, or like a long time ago?
Oh no, quite a while ago.
Okay.
Back when on the deck block bombing was a thing, he used to fly the RB-17 at below ground level and just flip sector and flip sector and flip sector and win games. So he very quickly got to enormous amounts of credits. I don't know exactly where it is. My suspicion is it's 2 to the power 26 minus 1, which is a well-known number in computing. Which is about 2.1 billion credits or thereabouts. But yeah, if you go over that, whatever that level is, the register overflows and then you can't repair anything, which basically means your game's
You're
bought.
approaching the area of combat operations. Be ready.
A Dargoon's protege. What on earth is a Dargoon when it's at home?
Don't ask me. I have never... These are some usernames I've never seen before.
Weird and wonderful indeed.
Let's roll.
So they're either new players, or these are morning players or EU players, and since I play in the evenings most of the time, I don't encounter them. Oh, I forgot this plane's still optimized for bomber escort. Ah, it's a durability, maneuverability hybrid build. I don't know if this is an ideal setup for the Hurricane 2D. Works great in bomber escort.
Well, you're going to have to make it work.
I can make it work, it's just a little annoying. Because, the Hurricanes in this game are not really that maneuverable of airframes.
No,
And they're
they're
not
sort of
really,
intermediate maneuverability.
and they're not really that fast either.
Nope. But you don't want to get in front of them, usually.
No, speaking of things you don't want to get in front of, there's an XFL-1 right there. And, that will easily outturn me, so I need to let him get on that attack craft and get tunnel vision first. And then maybe I have a chance. As long as he doesn't notice me. I think he noticed me. No, he's just turning around. Come on. Get in range of the cannons. Oh, it's
Okay, talking of things not noticing.
cool. Well, he didn't notice me, so now he counted to the sector flip. Although now, you know, if that guy's anything like me, he'll be running right back at me with vengeance in his eyes.
Well, let's hope he's not like you then.
They do have that airfield, so he could come from there. Darth? Oh, okay.
Oh. Our Focke-Wulf just rammed me.
Ooh. Like our friendly Focke-Wulf? Yikes.
Our friendly Focke-Wulf, yes.
That's
I'll have
not
to go and get repairs. Yeah, that's actually
We had a bot just ram an IL-2. That was smart.
We lost the centre because of that Focke-Wulf. I had to leave instead of defending.
No, we lost the center because we had a bot ram an IL-2 in the zone. The bot died.
Okay.
The IL-2 lived.
That IL-2 might not have been there had I been allowed to defend.
Potentially. Alright. Stalling. Time to let gravity do the work and give me some speed.
Right, I'm going to go back and take our local garrison. It's amazing how much that ram has changed the character of this game. Because basically I've spent more than a minute out of it.
2 rams, technically. There was yours, and then it was the ram that actually lost us the center.
Yep. But we've also lost our local garrison.
Oh, really? We did?
Yep. And now we've lost another garrison. That's completely changed the complexion of this game.
Well, I retook the center, and I'm going to respawn at our airfield, and
Okay.
I'm going to respawn
I'll
at
work
the
on
airfield,
trying to get this.
defend that, and then I'll attack the enemy local garrison.
Okay. Good luck, we should have this in a jiffy. There we go.
And we just lost center garrison.
Okay, have to wait for it to reopen. I'm going to have to regain boost, so I can't go after that heavy.
The specialized P-38 that's patrolling the middle.
I'm not sure if it is or isn't. Let's have a look.
Yeah, no, there he is. He's right there. Just tagged him
It's
on the
also
map.
too high for me.
Is he running at me, or is he looking at you? No, he's looking at our Ju-88.
Receiving reports about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. The port will be unable to reach
Get
you.
some shots
Do
on
you
that
read
guy.
me? Over.
No, I'm getting attacked by everything else. And this is the problem with the Hurricane. And it's the same problem with a lot of multi-rolls. They have poor altitude performance, so it really, really cuts their speed. I'm actually going to make a swap, because that heavy is causing us a lot of problems.
That's it. There's no way to break through for you now. You're on your own.
That heavy's causing us a lot of problems, and he needs to be taken care of.
Yeah, it's not flown in my compass at all.
Victory is in sight. Keep it up.
Taking care of the XFL-1.
Well, you have a Hurricane and
Oh.
a P-38 on you.
Guess what's just picked? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
P-38 picked me up.
That's not nice, Noble. You shot down the XFL and he's like, that's not nice.
Who is it?
The XFL said that.
Okay, Mr. Prophet. I don't know who that is. Okay, I'll say sorry. I don't want to offend anybody.
No, he's probably just joking. Ah, here comes P-38.
Oh, is he in your chat?
No, he's in the match chat.
Oh, it's Jericho. So, my apologies, Jericho. I didn't know. Well, it was just a target to me. And also, incidentally, you were the wrong target. I should have gone for... the heavy. Yes, I've noticed. I've got it now, Jericho. Anyway, good afternoon to you.
Alright, the heavy has left. He's going after our bombers, which means I can harass. I can actually try and flip this garrison now.
Yeah, if we're going to win, we're going to need it, unfortunately. They've only got 3 aircraft left, by the way.
Well, I'm in rough shape at the moment.
Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing. I'm just saying on the fly, they have only got 3 aircraft.
Mm-hmm. I was damaging the attack plane, which I think just went down.
Yep. They've got the Fokker-Wulf, which is a bot, and the heavy, which is coming into the middle very soon,
Yeah.
I suspect. There he comes.
I see him. Doing everything I can to avoid this swipe. Woo!
Nicely done. Fokker-Wulf is over their local garrison.
Yeah.
Game's over anyway.
Game's
Nice,
over
good
anyway.
win that. Yeah, well played. You
Whoa.
pulled that one out of the fire.
Nice.
Victory is ours. We're waiting for your return.
That swap at the end there is what gave me the maneuverability I needed to survive.
Well played. Sorry, Jericho, once again. I honestly had no idea. If I had known it was you, I'd have made sure I shot you down more often. No, I'm joking.
That's my line, Q.
Oh, I thought it was a good line. I thought I'd use it.
Anyway,
As one of our late great comedians said,
anyway,
they all laughed.
It's been fun,
They
Q,
also- they-
but I need to...
And you've broken in there when we were still talking about comedy.
It's been fun, but I need to go and start getting ready.
It's that time, isn't it?
It is that time. So thank you.
Well,
for
I
the
hope you have
games.
a peaceful time worshipping.
Yeah.
Thank you for the games.
Yeah.
Much
and,
enjoyed it. It's been a very good session.
Yeah, and good luck and happy hunting.
Thank you so much. So we're going to say cheerio to F-22 Hunter, whose link is at the top of my chat now and has favoured me with his presence this afternoon. It has been a fun session on the NA server.